Miracles is a nonprofit organization that I started. And the reason I started it was because I felt like when we were in a crisis situation, it was difficult to have the right resources available. But suicide isn't something that you learn or want to spend your time knowing about unless you actually absolutely have to. I want to change some of that for people as well. A couple of things I want to do is I want to be able to help people that are in crisis. And I want to help those that are supporting them and those that have lost a loved one to suicide. I want to share with you what my son was like, Eric Mullen, and how he was to me and what he was as a person. He was a really gregarious kid. He liked to go out and enjoy life. He loved hiking, anything outdoors he'd try. He wasn't afraid to do anything. During high school, he did a lot of sports, was into wrestling, and really enjoyed wrestling a lot. We were very close-knit family, did a lot of vacations and trips together, so it was just a lot of fun. He was really a great kid. Eric's dad, Larry, had passed 14 months before Eric took his life. Eric had bought his first house 2 days before he went to Larry's, and he was there for 10 minutes, and Larry had a massive heart attack. Eric saved Larry through CPR, and they airlifted him to the University of Iowa hospitals, and he was there for 18 days before we took him off life support. There was really no hope at that point. Eric truly struggled with that deeply because he just bought his house, and he's like, my dad's never gonna see my house, and why did I save my dad to have him on all these machines? Eric's dad, Larry, passed away first. He'd been diabetic, had health issues. So when the organ donor people called me and said, hey, do you want to donate? I'm like, well, how can we? Because I didn't think we could. I didn't think it was possible. And what I learned through that conversation and through Larry's passing was that he was able to donate tissue. He was able to donate cartilage. He was also able to, both he and Eric were able to donate for future medical research as well. Now, between Larry and Eric, as of last count, there was over 100 lives that have been touched. As it turned out, we were able to save 5 lives through liver transplant, heart transplant, lungs, and kidney donations. And we also were able to give sight to a couple other people as well, along with the tissue donation and cartilage like we had done with Larry, we did with Eric as well. When it's tissue and other parts besides the organs, you can donate for up to 5 years. So we've got quite a period of time here that we can still continue to make a difference in lives. I really truly believe that's the one thing that's helped me to get to where I am today and be as healthy as I am under the loss of my only child. When I was still at the hospital with Eric by his bedside, I was fortunate to have several days with him through the organ donation process, which is incredible. It takes a lot of work to coordinate those organs. But anyway, when I was sitting there, I never left his side once I arrived at the hospital, and I told him, Eric always felt like he didn't have a voice. He did have a voice, he just didn't understand how to use it. And so I promised him, before I left the hospital and before he was taken back for the donation piece, that I was going to make sure people had a voice and they had the resources accessible to them so that other families didn't have to go through this. He always said, Mom, why don't you have a business? I'm like, you know, now you've created my business for me, Eric. I want to make sure that everyone understands when you're going through a really difficult crisis, the most important thing you need around you is support and love. And I was very blessed to have a lot of support through my family and friends, close friends. I believe it's really important that we move beyond the stigma of suicide. Even though my son took his life, the last 5 minutes of his life or 3 minutes of his life don't define who he was as a person. Mullens Miracles is our organization, and the website, you can find us at www.mullensmiracles.org. I think it's important for you to know Eric's last message to me was via text, and he said, Mom, I'll smile for you every day. So every day I look for smiles in others, and I hope you do too.